Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. There's a lot to unravel today, and it's a ridiculous amount of news. So, in big news, it is done. The three major AI players in the crypto space have decided they are going to merge into a single coin. What does that mean? That means that each project will still run autonomously, but they will come together to offer a more robust package together. So that's actually big, because if you're paying attention to SingularityNET, they just cut a deal with VeChain, and that's going to bring AI into supply chain management, and that is going to be huge. Now, when you look at this deal, what I want to call to your attention is the fact that the combination of these coins is going to result in about a $7.5 billion market cap coin, which is what ASI will be. Now, where does that place it? It places it in between Chainlink and Polygon at about number 17. If you're looking, online, that's huge. That's actually huge, and that definitely gives it some play within the proper spaces. So I think you guys should be paying attention. If you're into AI, if you're into everything that's going on, this is definitely something where they're saying, listen, we don't want big tech to own all of this. And the people that are going to manage over what ASI does are going to be the stakers of that coin. That's a very big deal, and I'm liking it. So definitely gets the Eddie J stamp of approval on that. BlackRock's Bitcoin spot ETF, IBIT, got 30 fund managers. Fidelity got 11. That's big adoption. Very big adoption, because you have to really think about this. You're talking about a whole bunch of different people, right? Not just the fund managers, but whose money they represent, saying, we've got people that are interested in, we're getting in. I'm liking how that's going. Why? Because I'm all about adoption. I'm all about people knowing more about the crypto space. That's why I wrote the book. I want you to learn more about the crypto space. Now, what else is going on? The Federal Reserve came out. Chairman Powell said, listen, longer, higher for longer, period. And he's sticking to his guns, and people are recalibrating what the Fed is going to do with regard to interest rates. I believe those interest rates we're going to see the interest rates decrease one time this year. One. Because the economy is hot. It really is. When you look around at, how many jobs, and between the jobs and the layoffs, jobs is still up. And I'm sitting back and I'm also looking at how that's affecting the market. Not just how it's affecting the market, but how it's affecting the cryptoverse. And I think we should be paying very close attention. Very close attention. So take a look at your bags. If you're dealing in stocks, take a look at your bags and see what's going on there, and see how they're moving. If you put your money into funds, go look to see how your money is moving and how those fund managers are reacting. What are they saying to you? What kind of information are they giving to you? You should be looking at it in that kind of way, not just set it and forget it. Get in the habit of managing your money. What else is going on? The Bank for International Settlement says that there is huge promise in stablecoins. Now, that said, they said what's hurting that progress is the fragmentation in regulatory rulings. Meaning, what rules do you people have on the books so that stablecoins can do what they do? And there's fragmentation, and that's going to hamper adoption. Now, if I'm a country who's looking at doing a CBDC, you should be paying attention to that, because that means you could possibly be looking at even worse problems when you try to roll out your CBDC, because a lot of people aren't going to go for it. Just saying. You should probably work on fixing the issue with stablecoins and running with stablecoins. Just saying. Because I don't know that your CBDC implementation is actually going to handle all of that traffic. It's not going to be a single coin that does it all. It's going to be multiple, a big number of multiples. What else is going on? OKX. Is OKX the new Binance? And you're probably giggling is because remember back in the day when Binance started having those problems and all the executives started quitting? Well, same problems and same results. Executives bouncing from OKX. And granted, they do have some regulatory issues. I think that some of these centralized exchanges really need to take a deep breath and really need to get on top of their regulatory game. If the regulations aren't there, you must at least look like you are trying your hardest to work with respective governments to take care of that. Even if it means you've got to come together with other exchanges, create some kind of coalition and say, you guys aren't doing this. Because at the end of the day, they don't want to lose that tax money. They really don't. So force them to make these things a reality. That would probably be a smarter thing to do. Anyway, what else is going on? Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is saying, hey, look, listen, guys, do not look at previous bull runs and try to project that on, or previous halvings and try to project that onto this halving. There are so many different positive and negative factors going on with this particular halving that you probably shouldn't do that and think that you're going to get bull numbers from it or bullish numbers from it. What you should do is let it happen and look at what's going on relative to the space, meaning at this point in time, what's going on. Take those factors and look forward, which is what I've been saying for a while. Don't compare the past to the future. Learn from the past and then try to read these tea leaves. There's a lot of positive, there's a lot of negative going on with regard to how this particular halving could happen. But there are so many more factors that were not factors previously. Meaning, you didn't have this level of adoption. You didn't have this amount of demand for Bitcoin. You didn't have this kind of an impact on the miners. The miners are going to lose, as an industry, are going to lose about $10 billion in income just because of the halving. Think about it. You're only going to be able to make half as much. See what I mean? So it's not going to be an easy thing. So you must be paying attention to that. Right? What else is going on? That whole deal with VeChain and Singularity, I think that's going to be very interesting. Because now, with the combination of SingularityNET, Ocean Protocol, and Fetch AI, although the deal is with SingularityNET, the whole idea of those three coming together is because the three have very little overlap. And that means there's a lot of complementary services that go on. So how long will it be before VeChain starts having conversations with all of them? That's what I'm thinking is going to be the big deal. So if you're paying attention, what did we have to talk about today? The implications are actually pretty huge. Cryptocurrency mergers, and I'm telling you now, I'm expecting more mergers actually. And I'm also expecting a shakeout of useless coins. Might not happen in the near future, but I think that's going to happen. There are thousands of useless coins. And when you think about meme coins, you have to say to yourself, you know what? Some of those meme coins are garbage coins. My son's going to school and letting me know he's taking my car. It's awesome. It's awesome. What else is going on? You have monetary policy being affected. Competition among Bitcoin ETFs is increasing. You have regulatory scrutiny over exchanges and how they operate. You have, if you were paying attention, if you were a member last night, you would have heard that I actually said there's going to be an issue, right? There's going to be an issue with how regulatory complications are going to affect the market space. And I mean big implications. So become a member, join the conversation on our later show. All right. Also, buy the book, Crypto Foundations, for building multi-generational wealth. Just saying. You know what we should do next? We should get into the numbers. The numbers are actually very interesting. There are a couple of things I want to show you guys. And again, I forgot my watermark. I'm getting old. I need to cut that out. That needs to be the first thing I do, is put on the watermark, and I never do. Let's take a look at who's down on this side. Because you stop right here because you know my 5% rule. My 5% rule for me personally is I do not make a move unless it's higher than 5%. Because the tides can change very easily. So for me, in the crypto space, in the stock market space, totally different number strategy. In the crypto space, 5% rule is what I abide by all the time. Now, let's come over here. I find that now I'm not touching either one of these ish coins, as I call them. But you've got to recognize somebody's got a sense of humor. Somebody's got a sense of humor. Just saying. And the market cap, on one of them is not so bad. I mean, look at that. Oops, wasn't trying to drag, but look at that. Market cap of 444 million. And it's not doing anything. It's not doing a thing, right? Pups Ordinals is up 15%. This meme coin up 14%. Let's see who else. Near Protocol up 8%, because we're going all the way down here. Helium up 6%. Celestia TIA up 6%. That's pretty much all I'm looking at right there. Actually, a Cash Network is something I was paying attention to. 10% is on the upside. Monero, even after being cut, nice little 5% move. Not mad about that. Not mad about that at all. Now, the big speech was yesterday. That was the big conversation. So what do we have coming up for the rest of the week? Not much. You do have some numbers coming out, but really it's nothing more than people yapping for the rest of the week. Yeah, you get initial jobless claims on Thursday, and that's about it. Friday, you really don't have anything except somebody else yapping. What else is going on? The Fear and Greed Index is up from 65 to 67. Not a big move. Why is that? Because there's still uncertainty and doubt when it comes to all the wars that are going on. So Israel, that's a big question mark. And yes, that's going to affect the market. Hey, Stitchy. We'll go out after this, okay? He wants to go for a walk. That's really the reason why he's up here. What else do we have? DeFi Llama, 107 billion in total value locked. That's a huge drop. That's a huge drop from where we were at 120 something, right? Something else that I'm looking at. Look at this number. We're right here in my. Okay. You want your pets. So we're still operating within my blue band, still trying to go up, but my blue band spans from 57,686 to 63,714, and we keep hitting back in the band. We've got to pay attention to that, because right here, what I'm looking at, still an opportunity to buy. To me, it's still an opportunity to buy. Why? Because I do expect at some point we're going to hit 80,000, right? And if I believe that we're going to hit 80,000, I'm going to buy at this level. Why? Because I can. Because I've thought about it. I've planned for it. I've dollar cost averaged, and I have dry powder sitting on the side. That's what my strategy is. Buy when you can buy. However, this is not the only coin that I buy. I buy Bitcoin, I DCA into Bitcoin, I DCA into a lot of coins, but Bitcoin is not the only one that I buy. And the reason why is because other coins will outperform. That's why. All right, let's take a look at the big board. I'll show you why I'm saying that in a second. But if you take a look at the big board, Cardano is down, XRP is below 50 cents. You know I don't like it when it's down below 50 cents, except for one thing. It's a buying opportunity to me, because it's one of the coins that I actually like. Doge, little bit of a bump there, but why did it get the bump? Elon whispered something. I'm not a huge Doge fan, but if I look at Doge, there's a way for you to, you've seen it be above 20 cents. So you know that that's an achievable thing. So would I get in at this level at 15 cents? Yeah, I would definitely consider that. Would I get in on Shiba Inu at this level? Yeah, I would definitely put that on my list. Same thing for Near Protocol, TIA, even BNB, Solana, because Solana's at $137. $137. So when I look at $137, I'm sitting back and I'm going, this is a coin that was at 200, is over 200. Its high is 250. So it's way off its high. Why wouldn't I get in? Why wouldn't I get in? They've corrected their problem, right? They corrected the congestion issue, or at least that's what it's looking like. And if that's the case, yeah, I'm gonna get in on that. Get a little bit more. Just saying, that's how I'm looking at it. What else is going on? If you look across the big board, yep, you can see who's up, who's down. You can see Bitcoin at 49% on the year to date. You can see Ethereum at 34% year to date. BNB, that's why I mentioned it, 72% year to date. Toncoin, not a fan. But if you heard the conversation last night, I gave you all the reasons why I'm not a fan, but I also gave you a whole bunch of reasons that if you are a fan, why you should be getting in or getting in more. 74% for Doge. Can't sleep on that. You absolutely cannot sleep on that. Same thing for Shiba Inu, 114% for year to date. And people always laugh at me again. Still laughing at me when it comes to Bitcoin Cash at 80%. Again, I buy Bitcoin for a different reason than I buy other altcoins. I buy Bitcoin because it's a great store of value. I buy other coins because they're going to give me multiples, or they're going to give me great change in return greater than Bitcoin. That's what I'm talking about. So this is why I do my research all the time about what's in there, what can change, what can affect this small pocket, and what can affect the broader market. So that combination of Fetch, SingularityNET, and Ocean Protocol, I think is going to be huge. Look at where it would come in at 7.5 billion. It come right in between Chainlink and Polygon. Good company. Very good company, right? And I would expect them to go higher as AI continues to expand. So if you're using that coin for AI, if they do something like that, they're going to go higher, which is why I believe in those three projects. They overlap very little, but complement very much. They complement each other very much. That's why I'm looking at them. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. If you like what I'm doing, drop me a note, drop me a couple of supers, do something to let me know that I'm doing the right thing. If you have critiques, something that can help me get better, I'd like to know about those too. And also, don't forget about the book, Crypto Foundations, a guide on how to generate multi-generational wealth. It gives you the foundation to actually understand what's going on in the crypto space. Anyway, I hope you all have a good one. And for all my members, thank you very much. Can't wait to speak with you tonight. There's a lot to go over. Have a good one. Bye-bye.